Hello everyone, welcome to KBIT or Knowledge Bytes for IT. This is a bonus lecture from Microsoft Azure Fundamental Series where we are going to discuss some couple of sample questions so that you can get an idea what you could expect in the real exam. Things to notice, these questions are not taken from the exam itself. These are only be treated as a sample questions to give you an idea what kind of questions you can expect. So first question, let me turn on the pen first. So the first question is a drag and drop type of questions where you need to match the cloud model to work area. So there are three cloud models, namely hybrid, private and public cloud, and you want to fill in the blank within the required option. So the first option is no required capital expenditure. Second option is provides complete control over security. Third option is provides a choice to use on-premise or cloud-based resources. So reading by the third option, I think you have already guessed this would be a match for hybrid cloud. Now it says first option says no required for capital expenditure. Only in public cloud you don't need to provide any expenses, where in private cloud, since you are going to set up into your on-premise or within a location you own, so all the expenditure you need to borrow, right? In public cloud there would be all the expenditure like we have discussed in the lecture would be in the OPEX or operational expenditure. So option number 1 would be for public cloud. That leaves us the private cloud as the right answer for second option. And again, private cloud is the only option where you will have complete control over your security because it is dedicated for yourself. Question number 2. It says for each of the following statement, select yes if the statement is true, otherwise select no. First is a company can extend a private cloud by adding its own physical server to the public cloud. So the answer would be certainly is no, because in public cloud you are not required to buy any server or do some things. And if you are going to mix private and public cloud, that will be called as hybrid cloud. So this is an incorrect option. So the answer is no. Next statement is to build a hybrid cloud, you must deploy resources to the public cloud. So we have learned that hybrid cloud requires you to be a combination of public and private cloud. So certainly you need to deploy certain resources in public cloud. So the option would be yes. Third statement is a private cloud must be disconnected from internet. That is not necessary always, because sometimes private cloud in remote offices can be accessed over remote S2S or remote connection. So the answer would be no. Question 3. You have 150 virtual machines hosted on-premises and 20 virtual machines hosted in Azure. The on-premise virtual machines and the Azure virtual machines connect to each other. What type of cloud model in this? So by reading by this question, we can guess this is a combination of both private plus public. So that means it's a hybrid cloud. So option A is the correct option, hybrid cloud. Sorry guys, my voice is not right today, so apologies for any if you are having difficult to hear me. Question 4. For each of the following statements, select yes if the statement is true, otherwise select no. So first statement is A platform as a service or PaaS solution that hosts web apps in Azure provides full controls of the operating system that hosts the applications. So we have learned that in PaaS, you are only responsible for the app. That means the code part plus execution. And operating system is managed by the provider. So obviously the choice is no. A platform as a service solution that hosts web apps in Azure can be provided with additional memory by changing pricing tier. Obviously, we have seen during a web app creation, we would be creating something called ASP or App Service Plan, where we can determine the size of the App Service Plan. So certainly the option is yes. Third statement, a platform as a service solution that hosts web apps in Azure can be configured to automatically scale the number of instances based on demand. That is also true because we know cloud is a scalable solution, and in a PaaS service we can have something called auto scaling to meet our demand. So the answer is yes. So question 5 is a part of a series based question. So you will have similar scenarios on the board. Next couple of questions. Each question is unique in the series content. This question is a part of a series of a question that present the same scenario. Each question in the series contains a unique solution that might meet the stated goal. Some question sets might have more than one correct solution, while the others might have a correct solution. So that means the scenario presented to you will have a solution, and based judging by the solution, you have to say if the solution met the requirement or not, in yes or no options. So the question is, the ABC company's migration plan states that only platform as a service solution must be used in Azure. You need to deploy an Azure environment that meets the company's migration plan. The solution is you create Azure virtual machines, SQL database, and Azure storage account. So question is, does this meet the goal? So obviously answer is no, because Azure virtual machine is an IaaS or infrastructure as a solution. We don't need to look into other options. As is also an IaaS solution, so all the options are given. A two of the given option is incorrect. So option is the correct answer is no. In the same context, the question number 66, the ABC company's migration plan states that only platform as a service solution must be used in Azure. You need to deploy an Azure environment that meets the company's migration plan. Solution, you create Azure virtual machine, Azure web app, and logic. Again, I can see there is an Azure virtual machine here, which is an IaaS solution or infrastructure as a solution. So the correct choice is no. Now, the ABC company's migration plan states that only platform as a service solution must be used in Azure. You need to deploy an Azure environment that meets the company's migration plan. Solution, you create Azure web app, logic app, and function app. So all three of these resources are PaaS resources. So certainly this meets the goal. So the answer is yes. So question 8. The ABC company's migration plan states that only platform as a service solution must be used in Azure. You need to deploy an Azure environment that meets the company migration plan. Solution: you create Azure Web App, SQL database in Azure VM, and Azure Function App. Again, now they are trying to trick SQL database in Azure VM, but again, by giving SQL database installed in Azure, but they are trying to trick you. But again, things to remember: Azure VM is always on IaaS or infrastructure as a service. So this does not meet the goal. So the correct choice is no. Ninth question: what does a customer provide in a software as a service model? So in a software as a service or a SaaS model, is similar to, like, if we give you an example of Gmail, Facebook, or Google. So you need not to do any configuration at all. What you will do is you will use the application, you will sign up for the application and consume it. So only thing that you will going to provide to that particular solution is your data or application data. So the choices are application data, data storage, compute resources, application software. Like I said, data storage in a SaaS, everything is module managed by the provider itself. So data storage is a wrong option. Compute resources, again, we do not manage the compute resources by the customer. So again, this is a wrong option. Application software, again, most likely SaaS would be used in a web browser, like you use Facebook or in a mobile app or like Gmail. So you do not configure an application software. You rather install it or use it via web browser. Second option D is a wrong choice. Only thing you provide is your data. So application data is the correct choice. The 10th question: the KBIT company's migration plan states that only platform as a service solution must be used in Azure. You need to deploy an Azure environment that meets the company migration plan. What should you create? Answer is Azure Virtual Machine, Azure SQL Database, Azure Storage Account. So Azure Virtual Machine is an IaaS. So this is an incorrect option. So A is not a correct one. B says an Azure App Service. Again, Azure Virtual Machine that have Microsoft SQL Server installed. So this is again a wrong choice. So B is again eliminated. C is an Azure SQL App Service and Azure SQL Database. So all of this are as a past service. C is the correct option. D is again Azure Storage Account and Web Server in Azure Virtual Machine. Again, there is Azure Virtual Machine. So D is again a wrong choice. So the only correct choice is option C. Again, a hotspot type of question where you have to read the statement and say if the statement is true, then you have to select yes. If the statement is false, then you have to select no. The first statement is Azure file is an example of a infrastructure. So Azure file is an option where you are only liable to configure the storage account, configure the capacity of the files here, then configure the storage. So basically you are going to configure all the things except the hardware layer. So this is an IaaS solution. So the correct choice is yes. Next statement: a DNS server that runs Azure Virtual Machine is an example of platform as a service. Again, they are trying to trick, giving a DNS service name and then saying it is installed on Azure Virtual Machine. So Azure Virtual Machine is an IaaS. So the correct option is no. Microsoft Intune is an option, an example of a software as a service. Microsoft Intune is a software that is used to manage corporate devices or devices for an organization. This is a software that or a service that is completely created by Microsoft itself. You are just going to consume it. So the correct option is yes. It's a SaaS solution. Question number 12. Your developer has created 10 web applications that must be hosted on Azure. you need to determine which Azure web app tier plan to host your app. The web app tier plan must meet the following requirement. So this is an advanced level of question for AZ-900. So the web app, you will use custom domain. The web app each require 8 GB of storage. The web app must each run in a dedicated compute instance. Cost must be minimized. Which of the web tier plans should you use? The options are standard, basic, free, and free. So first point here is the web app will use a custom domain. So free cannot have this one feature. Same as goes with shared. So this leaves us with two options, standard and basic. So the web app will require 8 GB of storage. So standard gives you 50 GB of storage, where basic gives you 10 GB. So both qualifies the criteria. The third is the web app must run in dedicated compute instance. That is also qualified by both standard and basic team. The cost must be minimized. So standard here has a higher cost than basic. Second, standard is eliminated. So the correct choice is option B, basic. Note, this question is a part of a series of questions that present one scenario. Each question in the series contains a unique solution that might meet the stated goals. Some question sets might have more than one correct solution, while others might not have a correct solution. So the scenario is your company is planning to migrate all their virtual machines to Azure AZ-900 subscription. The virtual machines are currently hosted on the Hyper-V host in a data center. You are required to make sure the intended Azure subscription used expenditure model. So the expenditure model they have said is pay as you go, right? So you need to use consumption or OPEX based model. So this is the key to answering the question. So now the solution is you should recommend to use scalable expenditure model. Scalable expenditure model is not an OPEX model or operational expenditure model. So certainly this does not meet the goal that is been stated. So the correct choice is no. Same scenario. Now the solution has been changed to you should recommend the use of operational expenditure model. Like I previously said, pay as you go means it is saying you to use OPEX model, that is operational expenditure model. So certainly this is meeting the goal that is been stated here. So the correct choice is yes. Last question of this sample. USA government body want to use Azure cloud for its regulatory and legal reasons. Which of the below is the most suitable for this use case? The options are Azure Public Cloud, Azure Region, Azure Availability Zone, Azure Sovereign Cloud. So first of all, Azure Region is not a cloud offering. It's part of Azure Cloud. Same goes with Azure Availability Zone. So these two options are eliminated. Now, we have learned that public cloud is not suitable for regulatory and legal reasons. That is suitable for sovereign clouds. So option A is again eliminated and option D is the correct answer. I hope this sample question series helps you to understand like what kind of question you can expect in the real exam and prepare you more for the exam readiness and make you more ready for towards the exam. I wish you good luck and successful AZ-900 certification exam to all of you. All the best. If you have any other question, doubts, anything, then you can please write that in the feedback. If this video is helpful to you, then please do a like, share and subscribe to your friends. Thank you so much and we will be back with another series shortly.